described.
Sadhguru, the fact that somebody has gone and this calamity or whatever you call it has happened, is it a conditioning that we have to perceive it that in such a big way, such a big event? I remember there was a death in the family and an old dead woman had died. And I'd gone there and there was a kid playing. And I told you about this earlier, that a child was playing with a dinky car. And very naturally, while he was playing with the car, it went over that body, dead body. When people pulled him, he started playing like it's a thing lying there.
Such things happen on Mumbai street also.
No, but the child had no registration of that. Is the registration learnt? Is the registration a conditioning?
See, the death being seen as a tragedy is physiologically, psychologically, emotionally and socially a reality. Existentially, it's not a reality. A child is an offspring of life. He's not yet a slave of social conditioning, so he will even play with the dead, it wouldn't matter. But adults will try to condition the child because they feel it's inappropriate, something has been lost. Or above all, when somebody dies, you think it's the end of the world, actually. If somebody is very dear to you, in your thought, in your emotion, most people would actually feel that it's the end of the world. But after some time, they come around. Now the child doesn't take that time lag, he comes around quickly because he's not so influenced by what's happening in the society. This is purely psychological and emotional structure. When I say psychological and emotional structure, it's our making. We could make it whichever way we want. And you will see in this country, when somebody dies, maybe all the so-called educated people have given it up, but if somebody dies in the slum, they'll beat the drum and they're having a party. I'm not trying to belittle the loss that a person goes through, but all psychological factors, your thoughts, your emotions and social opinions and situations are only relevant to a certain point. Beyond that, existentially, what you think, what you feel, what your society thinks are absolutely irrelevant. That is why we always positioned one who we consider as the highest on the edge, he's always on the cremation ground. This is how every yogi starts his life. Today, those who are seriously on the path, we always send them to the cremation ground to spend a certain amount of time because mortality has to sink into you. You must understand the essential nature of your life. Only when you realize you're mortal, the longing to know beyond will arise. If you think of God, you will not become spiritual. Actually, you could become very stupid. You will try to think that by… you could do idiotic things in your life, pray, everything will be fixed. You don't do your job properly, but you think there will be a result. You don't study for your exam and you think you're coming first class because of your prayer. All kinds of idiotic things will happen. But the moment you address the mortal nature of who you are, the longing to know what this is all about, wanting to know what is beyond this thing that people are here, real, and tomorrow morning, poof, suddenly absent. What is beyond this? Wanting to know this will become a natural quest, and that is the spiritual process.
But Sadhguru, the mortality